All right, so good morning, everyone. We're going to play a little bit today with the hips, um, the glutes, the legs. We're going to do tons and tons of stretching. So hopefully this will feel good. Do me a favor and get a strap and put a little bit of a loop on it. That loop is going to go around your foot. So it's about that size, but don't make it super tight. And then come on down to the floor and have the strap where you can get it. Now, the other thing you're going to want to make sure is that you have room to one side or the other so that you can move your leg in that direction. So come on down. And your legs can be straight or your knees can be bent, whatever feels good to you today. Have the strap where you can get to it. And then let your hands rest on your belly and close your eyes. And start to take the breath in nice and deep and let it go. And then inhale deep and let it go. Good, breathe, take it in. Exhale it out. Good, one more right here. And exhale. If your legs are bent, go ahead and straighten your legs and take the arms overhead and give yourself a big stretch. So moving one leg and one arm away from each other and then switching sides. Good, and then reach again to one side and reach on the other side and let that go. Bend your knees, everybody, and draw both knees to chest. Pause here for a second. Keep your right knee in your chest and then extend through the left leg. Let the left foot come to the floor and imagine sliding your left foot closer to the front end of your mat. So you're going to try to really lengthen through the left thigh, the left leg, while the right knee is toward chest. Good, and then bring the left leg in, stretch the right leg long, and then draw that left or that right foot longer toward the front end of the mat, just to kind of smooth out, to ground the right hip, right leg. Big deep breath. Good, and then switch sides again. This time I want you to grab your strap. You have a loop in your strap. Take that loop around your foot and take the leg up toward the ceiling. Pause here. It's early in class. If your hamstrings are super tight this morning, bend the left knee and keep that foot on the floor until it warms up. And then bend the knee, the right knee, and straighten it up. And then bend and straighten. Good, and bend and straighten. Good, one more, bend it and then straighten. And then a nice kind of loose grip on the strap. I want you to circle the right leg, just circle it. And start with a small circle, just kind of checking out, right? As we circle, we kind of start to move into all of the muscles around that upper leg. We feel the hamstring, maybe the inner thigh, maybe the outer thigh. And if it is okay for you, start to make that circle bigger. Now, here's a thing, right? As I circle, if you circle and you get that little popping thing in the hip, it's usually a tendon that's popping over one of the bones. If you do, I want you to change directions and see if that pop goes away. If it doesn't, then make the circle smaller. In and of itself, my understanding is that it's okay, doesn't hurt anything, but you just don't want to do it over and over again. Good. One more big circle with that leg, everybody. Big circle. And then allow that leg to go out to the side. Find your breath. Keep everything active, a little bit of tone to your belly. And then inhale, squeeze it up, take it halfway across your body. So you're going to feel that outer hip, the ITB, iliotibial band, maybe into the side hip here, maybe down to the foot, right? Good, big breath. And then take it up to center. Release the strap, straighten the leg, and switch sides. So taking the left leg in, I'm going to scoot over my mat a little. Taking that up to the sky, your right leg is either straight or bent. And feel that first initial stretch of the back of your leg. And then maybe 5 times or so, just bend and straighten. There you go. Straightening it up and then bending. Got one more right here. And then the same thing here. That strap is in the same side hand. So it's in your left hand. And start with small circles, right? Because you really do want to explore here. You want to feel where the muscles are maybe tight, how the hip feels as we move around like this. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, just make that circle bigger. And you can go slow here. You can go medium. I wouldn't go super fast. Can't see a reason why. So just kind of check it out. And then maybe one more circle. Take it up to the center and then let it go out to the side and breathe. Good. Take it back and across, about halfway across, halfway. Feel that nice stretch, everybody. And take it up. Listen up. You're going to keep the strap on that foot and you're going to turn to your side. Prop your head as you need to, right? You can just rest your head and bend both knees. Take the strap that's on that foot and loosely keep it kind of in your hand, but bring the knee up toward your chest and then slide it back behind you. So you're just using the strap as a guide. You don't even need the strap here. So you're just bending the knee up toward your chest and then you're pressing it back. Good, a couple more. See how far you can bring the leg back without arching your back. That's important. Good, the next time the leg is back, hold it back and then take the strap over your shoulder. So it's just kind of using that as a guide. Press the knee back, but then tone the belly in strongly. So we're tapping into psoas here. Deep, deep, deep belly muscle, core muscle. As you tuck, as you draw the low belly in, you're going to access that psoas a little bit more. And just feel that, right? Should be no pain in the knee. You're just in a kind of 90-degree angle as far as the knee is concerned. Try to stay out of the low back here. That's what's important. Imagine if you could press your knee or your thigh toward the front of your mat as opposed to the side of your mat, right? So making that leg longer still. Good. And then bring the knee back to chest. Straighten it out along the floor. Straighten your bottom leg. Here we are going into a twist. Be mindful. You're going to open up your chest, take the left arm out toward the left side and find your twist. Some of you are going to be able to hold on to your toe. Some of you aren't. For some, both knees are bent because this is too deep of a twist for so early in class. Just breathe, everybody. Good, release, bend both knees. You're gonna take the strap out and you gotta switch sides and put it on your other foot. So best way that you can. For me, I gotta turn around, otherwise I'm gonna be too close to the wall. Place it on your right foot. Come on to your side. Uh, and breathe. The strap again, just being a guide here as you draw the knee to chest and then let it rock back. Your bottom leg is bent. You've got a nice base of support here. And again, if the strap's throwing you off, just set the strap down and move the leg without the strap. You're just going to need it for later. And breathe. Moving through all of the pelvic muscles here, the hip muscles, leg muscles. Good, couple more. And press the leg back, hold, take the strap, whoops, I'm laying on mine, over your shoulder. Just gives you a nice guide here and gives you a little bit of tension. And then try to tuck the pelvis a little bit. It may not even move, it's just drawing that low belly in, trying to neutralize the pelvis, pressing the knee away from you. Some of you might feel that nice and deep in the belly. Don't overdo. Big deep breath. That's it. And then your choice, either just bring knee on top of knee and come to a twist, or straighten the top leg out to the side, straighten the bottom leg toward the mat, and open up to a twist. Deep breath, everyone. That's it. Couple more. Ooh, getting some wind outside for my yogis who are outside. Good. Bend that top knee. Release your strap. Come back onto your backs. Set your strap aside. Your knees are bent, your feet are on the floor. Press the upper arms to elbows, shoulders to elbows into the floor. Your fingertips are pointing up. And then I want you to press up into a short bridge. Don't go super high. And then lower down. So reach up, maybe a little activation of the hips, the glutes, and down. Good. Press up. And breathe. Keep it going. Don't go super fast. Breathe. One more bridge. I want you to hold this one as the shoulders press down. Find your breath. Press into both feet. Notice. Let the hands come down to your mat. Press down. Hold your pose if you can. Again, no pain. Breathe. See if you can lift the toes off the floor so that you're just on the heels. I know. Find your breath. Keep lengthening through the tailbone. Lower the feet. See if you can lift the heels. Woo. Lower the feet. Press the heels back isometrically. Pull back hamstrings. If you cramp up, let go. And lower everything down all the way, all the way. Bring the knees to your chest. And then take your hands behind your head. We're almost done with the floor work. Little bit of core work here. So right elbow to left knee. Go ahead and reach up to extend out through the opposite leg and then switch. Now, you can do these super fast. I find them less effective, or you can do them slow. So switch and switch. Now, if you're pulling on your head, try not to. If you want to leave, switch. If you want to leave your head on the floor, go ahead and do that. Breathe. Good. Let's pick it up just a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more, a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! And knees to chest. Big deep breath. Good. Take the hands underneath your sacrum, both legs up. Be mindful here. You know who you are. Keep your left leg up, lower the right leg until it's a few inches off the floor. Keep the upper body down, tone the belly. Inhale the leg up, exhale the other leg down. There we go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, control your descent, right? Don't let the leg just fly down. Good. Keep switching. Use your breath. And up, lower, and up, lower, up. One more, both sides. Lower and lower. Both legs up, everybody. I want you to take both legs about a quarter of the way down. Squeeze in through your belly. If you don't need the hands under sacrum, it is more challenging, but please watch that low back. Good. Take the arms up toward the ceiling. Lower the arms until the thumbs touch the floor. Breathe. Now, 1, you're here, that's plenty. 2, you're done because it's too much. Or 3, you're going to keep your left leg where it is and take your right leg a little bit lower still. Breathe. Think pyramid pose. Take the right leg up, lower the left a little bit. It's like another quarter of the way down. Squeeze through your belly and up. Take both legs up. And then both knees to chest. Roll the knees over to one side and come on up. Good job, everybody. It's morning core. Breathe. Hi, Meryl. So come on to table pose, everyone. And take the knees slightly wider than usual. And then if you can, now for my one friend out there who can't be on her knees, this would be good to do in the chair. Okay, so you can sit in a chair and do this as well. So if you're on the floor, I want you to circle. Circle the hips, bringing them down, rolling them out to the side and back. If you happen to be in a chair instead, I would do seated cat and cow and work through your body that way. That's it. Everybody stretch it out and switch directions and breathe. Good. Last circle. And come to center. Again, if you're in a chair, you stand up, hands go to the chair. Everybody else, press the right leg back. Lift the right leg, hold and find balancing table, left arm out. Use your breath. Feel the energy here, right? Lots of work happening. Let the left hand come down. Bend the right knee and just draw it into chest. Curl in, curl in, and then let it go. Let's go to the other side. Press out the left leg, tone the belly in, lift the left leg. Find that activation, and then reach with the right hand. Breathe. Keep lengthening through the tailbone. Keep finding your balance here. That's it. Good job, everybody. Let the right hand come down. Draw the left knee to chest, stretching out through the back, and then release it. Plant both hands and find downward facing dog. Pedal it all out. Stretch it all out. Watch the shoulders. Make sure you've got those hands planted down into your mat. And then come to center with your down dog. Feel the strength of your upper back here. Breathe. Inhale to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor and then step forward with your right leg. So we're in a lunge. Go ahead and grab your blocks. You can place your hands on your blocks. Use your breath. So we're starting in an easy lunge. Easy lunge. Just feeling that. And then start to tuck both hips back and straighten the front leg. Breathe. And then inhale, bend and straighten. Again, if you happen to be using a chair today, you can do this with both hands on the chair seat. You're just working through lunge to a variation here, a pyramid. Good. Stretch one more. Bring it back one more. And then listen up. Bend your front knee, but slide your foot back some. Take your hands to your knee and come into that 90-90 pose where your front knee leg is bent at 90, your back leg is bent at 90, and tuck the pelvis, right? Curl the pelvis. Again, whoop, tapping into that psoas, the front of the left thigh into the psoas. Take the left arm up if your left knee is on the floor, and then curl to the side just a little bit. Big deep breath, everyone. Good. Release both hands to your blocks. Lift your left knee. One, you're here, stay in a high lunge, but hands down, or two, take your hands to your knee. Reach the arms up. Find your breath. Powerful legs, powerful hips, right? Using your grounding here to hold this pose. And then slowly take those hands down to your blocks. You can either keep the blocks or not. Step back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Hold your down dog if you can. And then tippy toes. Lower your knees, step forward with the left leg. So we're here on the other side. Same thing, right? Make sure your stance is wide enough. Your front knee is lined up. Hands come to your blocks. And you're just going to slowly straighten and then bend. Good. Just working through the hips, working through the legs. Sometimes we don't take time to really stretch out. Just stretch out. Breathe. Good. We got one more here. And then bend your front knee, slide the blocks back. Take your hands to your knee. Find that 90-degree, tuck in, and breathe. If you don't feel stable here, chances are your front foot is too far forward. That's why you got to kind of slide that foot back. And then take the right arm up and turn to the side just a little bit. You should feel this kind of get a little bit deeper in your stretch. Good. Release. Hands come back down to your blocks. Lift your right knee. Hold on to your lunge, everybody. And then hands can come to your knee as you float up. That's it. How you feeling this morning? Breathe. Woo! I looked over at Judy and I started going sideways. Good. Exhale, hands down to your blocks. Set those blocks aside. Let's find down dog again. Breathe, pedal it out, shake it out. Maybe move the hips a little bit side to side. Breathe. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor. Step forward, right leg. Grab a hold of your blocks. Slide your back knee back a little bit more than it is already. Then let go of your toes back there and straighten your front leg. With your front foot, I want you to flex and then point. And flex, yep. You can move the blocks as need be. You can take the blocks up higher, flex and point. Try to get your toes down and flex. Point, woo, one more. My ankle just did a little pop. And point, and then flex the foot and hold. Now, I know for some folks, this is a little tricky on the knee. Find your breath. Bend your front knee, have the blocks on either side of in line with the ankle, and lift your back knee so you're in a lunge again. Then straighten the front leg. Now here in this pose, as in so many other poses, try not to round down toward your knee. Try to lengthen instead. Imagine that you wanted to kind of lay your whole torso over the leg. So you're actually lengthening out from that hip. Breathe. Hold your pose if it's okay. And then bend your front knee, lower your back knee. Take the blocks out of the way, down dog. You can always just switch sides. I know. But see if you can transition through down dog. Down dog is so good for the upper body. We find our breath. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower the knees to the floor. Left leg comes forward. Again, if you happen to be in a chair for all of this craziness, either you can sit and straighten and bend the knee, or you can stand with hands on chair and straighten and bend the knee. So play there. If you can, just bring the back knee back slightly and then start your thing. Straighten and flex and bend. Good. And straighten and bend. Straight. And if this is hurting your knee, maybe you come off the knee and do a higher pose, you know, this without the knee on the floor, or you just don't rock, you hold instead. Good. Next time you are back, next time that front leg is straight, hold, and then point and flex. So ankle flexibility, super important, right? We don't want to be shuffling out there. And flex. Good. Point, flex, one more. Point the toes and flex, and then hold that flex to draw the hips long to feel this nice length of pose. Big deep breath. Bend your front knee, find that lunge, lift your back knee, and straighten the front leg. And remember, lengthen through, right? Try not to curl if you can help it. You can always adjust the length of your pose. It doesn't have to be super long. Breathe. You're going to bend the front knee. Listen up. Walk those blocks forward. And then push off the back leg to come forward into a forward fold. Adjust the blocks as you need to so you don't overshoot them too much. Lengthen through the spine. Find that length through the low back in particular. Nice sweep forward fold here. Bend the knees, take both hands to both knees and lift up all the way up. Holy moly, shake it all out, everybody. Woo! All right, inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands down to your blocks. Soften the knees and step back just, I always call it like 2/3 of the way, pyramid pose. Now take the blocks up high for a moment, just so we can play with the pose without worrying about how low we are. The front hip wraps back, right? Kind of out and back. And then the back heel presses through the floor. Actually think about separating both feet. away from each other. The back heel is down, ideally slightly angled in. You can start to lower the blocks. Maybe take them a little forward of the foot and see how that feels. Imagine the hamstring, the hamstring muscles getting longer, but the sit bone lifting of that front leg, that sit bone lifts a little bit. Soften the shoulders, try not to scrunch. Use your breath. Try to ground through the big toe of your front foot, right? We'll tend to roll out here a little bit. And then bend your front knee. Walk your blocks forward. This is optional. Stand in the standing leg and lift the back leg. Breathe. This should not be strenuous. If it is, maybe you tap it back down again. And then soften that right leg, step down right next to your other. You're back to a forward fold. Bend both knees, hands to knees. Come on up. Let's get some blood flow out of that head. Woo! Shake it out. All right, here we go. How's those legs feeling already, right? They're like open. All right, let's take it to the other side. Inhale it up. Exhale, forward fold. Grab a hold of your blocks, soften your knees, step back with the left leg. Thank you. I knew it as soon as I did it. Feel that hip, right? Feel the front hip kind of draw back. I always think of that hip crease drawing back into the depth of that muscle a little bit. Your back foot ideally grounded, your front leg ideally straight. Lengthen through the foot. Press into the big toe mound. Maybe the blocks actually walk forward a little so that you can lengthen spine instead of rounding the spine. Relax through your head, your neck. Find your breath. How's it feel, everybody? Breathe. Bend your front knee. Walk your blocks forward. Push off the standing leg and lift your back leg. Breathe. Good. Soften that knee. Step down. Bend both knees and come on up. Good job, everybody. Shake it out, roll it out, squeeze it out. And then just grab one block and place it between the thighs and give those thighs a good squeeze. Ooh, yeah. So again, a lot of times I find for me, if I'm doing a lot of this kind of stuff with the legs, when I can bring them back together, it feels really good. So just good energy. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, keep the block there. Come into a forward fold. If forward fold's not appropriate, come halfway. Breathe. Bend both knees. Come on up. I almost lost my block there. And take that block out. All right, back to the front of your mat. Now, you may or may not want a blanket in the middle of your mat, so have it nearby just in case. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Soften the knees, step back right leg. First, you're coming to a lunge, hands to knee. You can always take the right knee down, lift up through the torso, take the arms up, fire up the back glute. Here we go. Use your breath, everyone. Trust your body. Exhale your hands down to your blocks. Straighten the front leg. Breathe. Plant the big toe. Notice if that ankle is rolling out to the side. And then bend your front knee, bend your front knee, lower your back knee. Now, here's where you might want something under your knee, even if you take your mat and flip it for more cushion. Your right hand, so your left foot is forward, your right hand goes forward just a little bit. If you can, bend your back knee. 1, you're here. 2, you're going to reach back. 3, you're going to find your foot. You don't have to find your foot, right? You can just reach back here. If it hurts your knee, please cushion. Please, please, please. And breathe. Release. Walk that right hand block back. Make sure your blocks are steady. Lift the knee. Now you can either have them on second or on lower, but if you want to transition through plank, maybe they're lower. Careful, careful. And then step forward, right leg. Here we are in a lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs, hands to knee. Come on up. Hard to believe it was cool in here this morning. Doesn't feel that way right now. Breathe, everybody. Good. Release those hands down, straighten the front leg. Hold. Align, right? Feel where that alignment is. So we want this front hip to kind of roll out, but it can over roll. So if I let it go where it wants, it'll roll out too much and I can see the whole inside of my foot lift. So maybe the inner thigh has to roll back. See how that feels. Big deep breath. And then bend both knees. One knee comes to the floor. Your left hand goes forward. Your back knee bends. Now the secret to this is that you're not on your kneecap, right? I feel a quad stretch already. Take the back arm back. Maybe that's where you stay. Maybe you can find that foot and draw the foot toward the hip. Hello, quad. Woo. Breathe, everybody. Exhale, release. I know that was a lot. Lift up that knee, lower the block, step back to plank. Fire it up. Woo. Fire it up. We can do it, everyone. Knees can be down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. Either you're coming to child's pose or you're sitting up on the heels, or you're hanging out in the chair and catching a breath. It's all good. Find your breath. All right, so we're going to come back to standing. So I want you to come to standing in your most wonderful way. Find yourself nice and tall. Grab your strap. Now, balance work here, especially with a strap. I'm always super mindful of using the strap. If you want to be near a wall, near a pole, near anything piece of furniture, you might want that just to help with that balance work. So take the strap around your left foot. I'm not going to mirror here just so I can keep everything straight in my little brain. And the strap shouldn't be super tight, but it shouldn't be really loose either because you got it in that loop. And if I were to turn to the side, so there's a wall here. Sorry, Buddha. There's a wall here if I need it. I'm just going to bend the knee and hold the strap. So you can use wall space or not, and then extend out. And bend. Yep. And extend out. And bend. One more. Extend and bend. Here's where it's going to get tricky. Actually, come on, step down for a second. let me show you what we're going to do, because the hard part is this kind of wrap around the shoulder thing. So we're going to come here, we're going to extend, we're going to take it out, and then we're going to wrap. Okay. So if you don't want to do that kind of funky thing, just take the leg back. It's perfectly awesome. All right. So here we go. Bend, straighten, take it out. Let the knee bend, wrap your shoulder. Hold on to that, baby, and take the opposite arm up or to a wall. Now, that bent knee, is it out to the side? If it is, bring it in, right? Dancer pose, variation. 1, you're here. 2, whoop. 2, you're gonna start to come forward. Come on now. And breathe. And take it up. And release. Strap gets tight. That's why we don't start with it too tight. All right, so how was that? The thing about working with straps and balance is always let go of the strap if you think you're gonna fall, because it's not worth it. All right, so other side, we're simply gonna start by bending the knee, maybe your hands to your hip, maybe your hands to a wall, and straighten and bend. Straighten and straighten. Good, extend out, everybody. Take it out to the side. See if you can wrap. Hold on to your strap. Take the opposite arm up. 1, you're here. 2, you're any, whoop, see? You're any variation of coming forward. We got serious gravity going on today. All right, here we go. And breathe. And then take it up. One of those days. I always love when in practice it works, and then in real life, in class, like, yeah, you ain't staying there. All right, set that aside. Set your strap aside. Go wide on your mat and come into a forward fold. And find your breath. Give your inner thighs a good squeeze toward each other. Lengthen your spine. And then squeeze your inner thighs and float back up. And step it together. Shake it out. All right, so dancer without the strap. With the strap, if you love that, I mean, there are so many variations that you can do, so many ways you can play with dancer. I have one student who can't bend her knee that much, so she puts her foot up on a chair, right? And here we are. It's lovely. You don't have to do anything that hurts. So let's just start on one side. Find your pose and breathe. Bend your back leg. You're either here, you're not going to worry about holding it. You're going to grab your foot on the outside, or you're going to grab your foot on the inside. What feels good to you? And then just pause. Let the leg be heavy. Let the leg be heavy. I don't usually grab the inside. Usually it bothers my knee, but today it feels fine. So where is this part, right? Where's that stretch of the psoas, of the thigh muscle, that allows that knee to go back without overarching your low back? Take the opposite arm up, open up both shoulders, consider coming forward. Find your breath. And release. Shake it out. Roll it out. Quads, right? Legs, hips, glutes. It's all, I mean, every balance pose. is legs, glutes, hips, right? Pretty much. All right, so let's play with the other side. We're in that same spot where we can lengthen up, maybe a little bit of tuck of the pelvis, find the standing leg, bend the other leg. You can go back to your strap if you like that option. Take the opposite arm up. Hold. Let's see if I can get the inside on this side. When and if you're ready, either stay tall or start to tilt forward. You don't have to go far. The further forward you go, the more challenge for balance it is. Breathe. And release. And shake it out. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float down. Imagine there is a block between your legs and squeeze that imaginary block. And then from your forward fold, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Lower your knees to the floor and sit back, child's pose or hero pose. So I want to give a couple of options to the next pose that we're doing. Either, and you can have your strap nearby. I don't know if you'll need it, but maybe you have it where you can grab it. Either you're going to take a block and sit up on a block and sit in hero pose. Or you're going to sit in a regular, so you're either here, let me show you where we're going. So we're going to go here to here, okay? Or you're sitting in a regular easy pose and you're going to do the same thing. Because sometimes when we sit with our knees back like that, yeah, it doesn't feel good, right? Yeah, so there's so many ways to do this particular pose. I'll demo both ways. So if you're in an easy pose, right, easy seated pose, again, strap or no strap, take one leg up, take the other leg out. Maybe you open up, right? So you're here. Same leg. In this is a variation of hero pose. You're just sitting up on a block. Same thing, you take one leg out, whether you are seated on block or easy, grab your foot or your strap and extend out. And breathe. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And then you can play if you want to take the leg out a little bit. Feel like if you want, I don't think you need it, but so Meryl's asking me, should I use a strap or not? And here's the thing, if your back is rounding, I would use a strap. If you feel like you're overreaching, I would use the strap. If you feel like you can grab shin, ankle instead, and have this beautiful upright posture, absolutely. Good. And then bend the knee and switch sides. I always start here, and if you're in this pose where you're sitting on the block, try to draw the ankle in toward the block. So try to keep this kind of all lined up. All right, same thing. You're gonna lean back, you're gonna grab toe, foot, ankle, wherever you wanna grab. This leg, instead of being bent like that, can be crossed. And then feel the ribs move away from the belly. Feel yourself open up. You can take the leg out to the side a little. You can bring it across a little. Yow. That's always like, yow. Lift up, lift up, lift up. And release and lower down. Good. If you happen to be here, if you're not, please don't worry about that. If you are, you can lean back a little and get an extra stretch for the quad. And I can't do this all the time. When my knees are tweaky, I don't do this, right? And just stretch it out. Good. Release, everybody. Come on off your block and have a seat. Before we come to the floor, yep, we're good. I just want to do a little stretch out, strengthen out. Good. Flex your feet. Lift up, find Dandasana, easy pose. Easy-ish pose, not easy pose. And breathe. All right, you're going to do something just a little funky. It shouldn't be much. You're just going to tap the top of one foot and come down. Tap and down. So this is hip flexor work, right? Quad work. Just tap and tap. Keep it going. We're going to get rain today? What's going on out there? Okay. Huh. All right, next one, leave it, hold and leave. Lift up tall, take it up. And then just see if you can lift off. Ooh, and lower down. Take the hands down, go to the other side. One, you're here. Two, you're here. You wouldn't think that extra couple inches would make any difference. And lower and take it down. Bend your knees. Whew. Good, just crisscross the legs if you can, or they're straight with a bent knee. Inhale, take it up. I just want to stretch out the sides before we come to the floor. Stretch and center and stretch and center. Take the hands down, take the feet wide. So we're going to go to, it's called five-pointed star in several teachers I know call it that. I don't know what else you would call it, but there's like 3 different five-pointed star poses. Let the knees go to one side. Take your back leg, set it back. And then twist over the front leg and take it down. Come on down. Some of you can come to elbow. Some of you can come on down to your chest. Breathe. If your back knee is bothering you, please adjust it. Often you can just bring it forward more and it feels better. If you want more of a stretch, that back leg or that further away leg goes back a little bit more. That's it. Deep breath, everybody. If you're down low, come to elbows. And then press to your hands. Come back to center. Take that back leg back. We're going to go to the other side. Windshield wiper first. Let the knees go to the other side. Take the back leg and reach it back. And then you're basically just twisting your torso toward that front leg. I always like to start down on elbows just to see where I'm at. And if that feels good, we can come on down. And take the back leg back a little bit more for more stretch, or bring it closer if you want less. Try to soften. Good. If you're down really low, press to elbows first, and then press up into your hands, and then release it. Whew, good. So grab one of your blocks. We're going to come to the floor, but we got a little bit more work to do before we're done. Don't think you'll need your strap, but have your block near you. And then come on down to your backs. I know, right? Like, oh, that feels good. Bring your right knee to your chest and straighten the left leg. Just stretch out the work we've just done. Circle the right ankle as you're hanging out there and circle the other way. And then switch sides, straighten the right leg, draw the left knee. You know, you can always grab behind the knee here and circle that left ankle while you're there. Release that, put both feet on the floor. We're coming back to bridge pose in a couple different variations. So if you've kind of had enough for today, which I understand, I do, but plug along, everyone. You can take the block underneath your sacrum. We are coming to that, but if you can do without that for just a little bit longer, don't use it. If you want to, please do. Press your feet into the floor and come into a bridge pose. Again, not your highest. Grab the sides of your yoga mat and draw those hands away from you so that your spine just got longer. Press into both feet and lift one foot off the floor. And breathe. And then set that foot down. Push into that foot, lift the other foot off the floor. So often when we do things like if we do put that foot on the floor, when we do bridge and we engage the glutes gently here, often one side, the stronger side, will take over and do the bulk of the work. When you lift one foot, so lift one foot, the individual side has to do the work. Gives us tons of information. It's really good for you to work on. Press that foot down, lift the other foot. Press that foot down, lift both hips, and come on down. And pause there, a little bit of pelvic tilts and tucks. Got one more here. You're going to take your left heel to your right knee. Left heel to right knee. You're going to grab the sides of your mat. You're going to press the shoulders down. Engage the lower belly. Keep your heel on your knee and push up into a single side bridge. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower it down. Good job, everyone. When you're ready, I want you to switch sides. Heel to knee. Engage your low belly. Push off that foot and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. If that was hard, either stay there or both feet on the floor. Otherwise, left knee to chest. Left leg up to the ceiling. This is going to be slightly harder. Push into your right foot and lift. Single leg bridges. Breathe. Release your left leg. Come to bridge. Lower down. Last one, last side, I promise. Right knee to chest. Right leg goes up. Push up. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release to a full bridge. And lower it down. Good. Pelvic tilts and tucks. I know that's a lot. Knees to chest. Squeeze it in. And then lower the feet, take that block and set it at its lowest height under your sacrum. Make sure the block is below the line of the hips, right? Where you would put your hands. Make sure it's lower than that. So it's on the hard bony sacrum and not anywhere near your lower back. Draw the right knee toward chest, straighten the left leg. Now, here's something that we'll do a lot is try to pull the right knee in. I don't want you to do that. The right foot is simply off the floor. Don't pull the knee in. Don't make your back arch more than normal. Just straighten the left leg and stretch out that side of your belly, thigh, psoas. Breathe. Your sacrum should feel really heavy on the block, really neutral on your block. Nice deep breath. And lower it down. And then draw the left knee to chest and switch sides. Again, I don't even hold the knee. I want that left knee to be more neutral than anything. So I don't pull it in. I don't hold on to it. Breathe. Sacrum is heavy. Good. Slide the right leg up so both knees are up. And then take both legs up to the ceiling and find this just sweet little inversion. Your hands can be down at your sides. Just check your sacrum. My sacrum is tilted off the block just a little bit. It feels good. If you feel any pressure in your lower back, then shift your pelvis so that you're either more on the block or a little less on the block. You'll find it, because we don't want to overarch and we don't want to over round here. We want a fairly neutral back, especially low back. The legs find a hover point. Just breathe, everybody. Allow the shoulders to be heavy. Just take it in. Inversions are so good for the nervous system. Let us settle down and settle in. Bend both knees. 1 foot at a time goes to the floor. 1 foot at a time. Press up. Take the block out. And slowly lower down, all the way down to the floor. Good. Take your left ankle to your right knee and draw the legs toward your chest. Stretch out that hip. And that left foot, I want you to take the left foot again. Be mindful, it's a twist. So we're going to take our left foot to the right side and let the left foot come to the floor. Relax the right leg down. The arms can be in cactus pose. Little twist here. And then push up with both legs. Don't strain there. Let go of the legs. Switch sides, right ankle to left knee. Draw the knees towards the chest, a little bit of a figure four here. Just stretching out any remaining tight spots. And then allow the right foot to go over to the left. Good. Release everyone back to center. Both knees to chest. Straighten one leg down to the corner edge of your mat. Straighten the other one to the corner edge of your mat and find your Shavasana. Deep breath in and deep breath out, and let any remaining tension release from your body. Feel the openness of the front of your body. Feel the softness of your belly. If your thoughts start to wander, come back to your breath. Soften down even more. For those of you who are ready, start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, maybe circle your ankles and your wrists. And then slowly bend the knees, draw your knees up toward your chest. Rock side to side, maybe some knee circles here, especially if you're feeling the hips a little bit. And then slowly let those knees roll to one side or the other. Pause in fetal pose, and then press all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow to your own inner wisdom, that voice of love and compassion. Namaste.
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 Thank you, everybody.